Hi guys, I'm Max Weinbach with XDATV, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of the S10 5G, and then a little comparison between the S10 5G and its smaller counterparts, the S10 and S10 Plus. Let's get started. So right here is the S10 5G. It is, well, one of the first widely available 5G phones. So let's just unbox it. Just so you guys know, this box was opened. This is a loaner device by D-Brand. They're just letting me borrow it, so it was opened. So let's just open this up. Pull out the phone. It's huge. Already has the skin applied. Really big. Like, it's the S10 Plus, which is a huge phone. It's the S10 5G. This phone is massive, like really big. Another great comparison is the Galaxy S8 right over here. That is a huge difference. It might not look like it, but it is massive. Let's just turn this on and put it over to the side. Nice S10 5G right there. So you've got a 25-watt fast charger. It's European model, so of course that. USB-C OTG connector, of course. You got the nice, you got a USB Type-C cable for the 25-watt fast charger, and then AKG earbuds. Pretty nice. Pretty standard things you would get in a box. This does have 25-watt fast charging, so that is pretty nice. Yeah, so let me just get that set up, and I will show you guys a little comparison between everything. Okay, now I have everything set up, and I'll show you guys these three devices. Middle device here is the Galaxy S10. Let's just try to get these all at the same space. This is the Galaxy S10. It is the second smallest. It's right in between the S10e, which I don't have, and then the S10 Plus. I would consider this small at 6.1 inches. Then you got the S10 Plus, which is 6.4 inches. This has got dual hole punch. This has only got single. These two have 3 rear cameras. You got wide angle, ultra wide, and telephoto. Then you've got the S10 5G. This thing is a beast. 6.7 inch display. Biggest one I've used. It's slightly bigger than the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's got 4 cameras. Time of flight, which I guess is a camera. Ultra wide, wide, and telephoto. So the 3 main cameras are the same as this, plus this does have the time of flight. And the one thing I have noticed, which is not a big deal to most people, but I do like it, the S10 5G is missing the heart rate monitor and blood pressure sensor. This sensor right here will do both blood pressure and heart rate. I like it. I don't use it often, but it's nice, and it's missing. The Note 10s are rumored to remove it as well, which is sad, but it wasn't used by the masses. It makes sense. Might as well cut down on prices because these are extremely expensive. Now for prices, just before we get into a little bit of spec comparison and display stuff, this is $1,300. These are all US prices. This is $1,300, $1,300. $1,200 if you get it from a different carrier, but all around it's going to be around $1,200 to $1,300. The S10, $900. Pretty decent price for what you're getting. S10 Plus is $1,000. That matches on par with the latest iPhones. That is on par with the Pixels. More expensive than OnePlus, but again, it's Samsung. You're getting much better build quality, much better cameras. It's just much better. So let's flip these over. Let's do it like this just for a nice little size and compare these displays. Unlock that, and unlock that. So the first thing you're going to notice off the bat, this is much bigger. This is 6.7 inches. It is huge. Let's grab a pair of Galaxy Buds right here as a little comparison. The Galaxy Buds are about as big as the bottom of this. Slightly smaller. And then it's a lot bigger. It's hard to tell. I don't think showing it off on a camera, taking a picture, taking a video, really explains how just massive this is. It feels huge. It is something that it is just huge. I don't even know how to describe it. But let's get into like the hole punch, because that's a huge thing. Let's just swipe down these notification panels, because that is a big deal. Let's get rid of all those notifications. Okay, so these are the notification panels. You can tell there's a little bit difference in color, but that's because the mode I have set, they're all a little bit different. But right up here, that hole punch, that is massive. That is a triple camera setup. You got time of flight, then a depth sensor, and a 10 megapixel sensor does 4K video. This has got that depth sensor and 10 megapixel sensor again, and then this has just that 10 megapixel sensor. They all support portrait mode, they all support face unlock, and they are all essentially the same camera quality out of the front. The one thing with the S10 5G, that time of flight sensor in a way acts as Face ID. I don't know for sure, but I did hear around NWC that some YouTubers were reporting that Samsung will use that time of flight sensor in the front to augment the facial scanning, which does mean you get a sort of Face ID. Maybe not exactly the same, maybe not as secure, but it will augment it for speed. And I definitely noticed that. I can't really show it off on camera because of the positioning, but this is much faster. You know what, let's try to just hold my head right above these two phones and see if I can show you guys. Now, it's not really going to work out well, but they both have it. These both do have in-display fingerprint scanners as well. This is a little bit up in the middle, something similar to the Mate 20 Pro. This is down at the bottom. I find this a little bit more comfortable, just right there. This is definitely a little bit higher, but they're both incredibly fast. And just for the two units I do have here, this is a Snapdragon 855, this is an Exynos 9820, and this is an Exynos 9820 as well. The Exynos 9820 is slower. I did do some benchmarks over on the XDA portal, which I'll link in the description if you want to see a little bit of how big the difference is. But essentially, this phone will be faster. But not in everything. This does have Samsung's modem. Believe it's the Exynos 5100 modem. This is a 5G modem. So this unit is a Korean unit, so I can't use 5G in the US. Can't do any tests with it, sadly. But it does support 5G. 5G gets you incredible speeds. But that 5G is only on download. Your upload speeds are still going to be 20, 30 megabits per second, while your download speeds are going to be gigabytes a second. I believe AT&T had up to 2 gigabytes a second, or gigabits a second, in the US on their S10 5G, which is not available for sale. Also battery life. Battery life is a huge thing, and so is charging speed. This has got Samsung's adaptive fast charging. I believe it's 15 watts fast charging. Not entirely sure, but I do believe it's 15 watts at a 4200 milliamp hour battery. This has got a 4500 milliamp hour battery at 25 watt fast charging. Definitely faster, 100% faster, and it does have a bigger battery. Your battery life, the S10 5G is going to blow anything out of the water. It's going to be the fastest the most battery life you can find, and fastest in speeds at least. Yeah, those are mainly the differences between these two phones. I was kind of ignoring the S10 over here, but that's mostly because if you're looking at an S10 5G, you like bigger phones, and the S10 Plus is definitely a great device to compare it to because, well, they're more similar in size, 0.3 of an inch difference, and they're both the giant hole punch. They're just more similar than anything else. So thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you think of the S10 5G and S10 Plus, and if you guys are interested in these. And also the Note 10s. The Note 10s are coming out. They'll be similar to this. So let me know if you guys are excited for all of the new stuff Samsung has and is coming up with.